Hey guys, hope you've been well. Before I go into the topic of today, let's just talk about this weather. It is so hot, crazy hot. I'm struggling with makeup, struggling with hydration. It's not helping for skin like mine, dry skin. And I just generally feel like it's too hot. We need some rain soon. So today I want to talk about social media. I know I'm new in this space and I've not been here for long. But I just want to talk about the good, the bad, and the evil of social media from my own perspective and what I've observed. I think I've been on social media now 1.5 years or so, give or take. So yeah, I'll start with the good of social media. So I got into social media when I felt I wanted to relay a message. And for me, I came from the perspective of I wanted to talk about blended families, how to be a stepmom, because when I was going through the process of transitioning the kids, there was no place I could get information from. I never had any real person who was in a blended family like myself. So when I heard about social media, Instagram, Facebook, I thought, wow, well, it's a good platform to share the topic. And I think at that time when I got the interest, Instagram was really big. So that's my main agenda when I was joining social media. And I also wanted to share the joys of being a stepmom and how I enjoy fashion, and just the fact that because I'm a mom, I can still wear nicely and be fashionable and with it, you know. So that's how I joined social media. And so when I got into this space, I was really inspired myself personally, especially fashion-wise. I was able to follow people who would show me what is trending, where to get things from. I was able to even know the quality of the stuff from just seeing their pages. In terms of blended families, I was able to find Stepmom magazine, which was a very big inspiration for me. I found other stepmoms who blog and who are on Instagram, and they really helped me. I read through their issues. I was able to feel I was not alone, and I got really excited and I was like, I need to create a space like that in Kenya where a fellow stepmom or a child or anyone in blended families can go to my page and feel, you know what, I'm not alone, I'm inspired. You know, and so that was what social media did for me from a positive perspective. And I guess that's where I decided to create my own page and talk about blended families, talk about fashion. So that's a good about social media. And I feel like young people should appreciate the good that comes to social media, because to be honest, there's so many things I've learned from Instagram and Facebook that would never necessarily come across, you know. I remember the first time I saw a page of a plus size model. I've never been so happy. I remember there used to be Naturally Fashionable, there was Gabby Fresh, Nicolette Mason. So I used to see, wow, there are women who are big like me, but they still dress nicely. So I got an inspiration. I even started a plus size shop. It really gave me that motivation that as much as I was big, I could be able to dress up, show up, and leave the house. So for me, I think social media has a very positive part to play in our society, just as long as we know what we are looking for and also follow the right people. You know, pages to inspire you, to challenge you, to open your eyes, pages that preach the gospel of positivity. The first time I saw a crop top on social media, I didn't know what it was called, and then eventually I googled to the crop top. I saw a plus size, it was Gabby Fresh with a crop top, a plus size lady with a crop top. I'm telling you, I bought a crop top. Fine, I didn't wear it until I lost the weight, but it made me just feel like, you know, even if I was big and I was plus size, there's still space for me in this industry and I'm not alone. Oh yeah, swimsuits for all. I bumped into fatikinis. I was able to learn how plus size people wear bikinis, and I bought myself one. I remember swimsuits for all. It's still a great site. I buy all my swimsuits from there. Another thing was this stepmom who was called the evil stepmom. She would talk about issues every day that I could relate to. And that also encouraged me that, you know, to own my story as a stepmom, you know, not to be ashamed and to carry my title with pride. So social media, in terms of me coming out there, it really boosted me to feel like it's a space I can create that is safe and also aesthetically pleasing, you know, and makes the topic of blended families light and not so heavy, and enable people to come out of their shells and say, you know what, I'm a stepmom, I'm a stepdad, I'm divorced, I'm single, you know. So that's what social media has done for me. So I feel like social media is good from that perspective. For young people out there, you can use social media for good. Please be careful the accounts you're following and who you're following. Understand when you're going out there, this is what I am looking for. Always be attracted to positive accounts, you know, things that encourage you as a youth. As I continue being social media and as I grow and as social media also grows, you know, we have Instagram, we have Snapchat. Nowadays we even have Facebook stories. I was shocked to see that we have Insta stories. I feel like now this is where the bad comes in, you know. I see a lot of bullying where people just come to attack other people. I feel like if you have nothing nice to say to someone, please don't say it. Don't hide behind a computer screen and attack the other person. Don't forget the person behind that profile name is a human being with feelings, with emotions, with their own issues. So the same way that you would deal with someone in person, you know, a real life relationship, be the same to that person. You know, you can't go and tell someone, oh, you keep wearing that outfit on the video. But people repeat clothes in real life, you know, be nice. You can have positive criticism. So as you criticize someone, like for example, I'll use myself as an example. Like when I started doing YouTube videos, when I started doing YouTube videos, I remember our sound was not very good. So someone would be like, Kathy, I can't hear what you're saying. You know, they're very rude and very rough. Why can't you just say, you know, Kathy, we like what you're talking about, but your sound is not very clear. And if you have a suggestion of a microphone or how I can improve it, why not? But don't come to release the issues of stress you have in your life, or I always see people who are negative and are nasty are portraying what they feel inside. You know, so if you're having a bad day, if you're going through stress, if you fought with your boss at work, please don't come and comment on someone's page. That day, don't comment on anything. Don't look at social media, because what you'll be doing is you'll be reflecting that negativity you have inside yourself on someone else's page. And you know, you can crush people. Fine, I'm more mature and I'm more older, so it doesn't matter what you say. It won't crush me or break my spirit. But just imagine if this is a young creative person who's opened their page to share their content, and maybe they're 2021, and you say something to them that will crush them forever. I know so many young people who've opened pages and they've just chosen at a while to close them or stop posting because someone somewhere crashed their spirits, crashed their dreams, just by the choice of your words or just by not being objective in your criticism. And if, to be honest, you don't like what someone is talking about, can you just choose not to watch it? You know, you have an option, or the phone, the gadget is in your hand. If you don't want something, click and skip it. You know, if whatever they're talking about does not align with you, does not align with your values, or you don't understand, move along swiftly. You don't need to be mean to people. Another thing I've noticed in social media, the more I'm on this platform, is especially on the youth. I can say the age group between 18 and 25, 27 there. Young people come to social media to compare themselves. Social media is meant for impact. It's meant for entertainment. It's actually like Instagram, it's more for aesthetics, you know, good quality pictures, creativity. So when you come to social media and you start comparing yourself with what you see, for example, I go to social media and I look for someone my age group or someone we were with in school and start following them and looking at what they wear, the car they drive, their house. Then I go home and compare myself with them. And I'm like, oh, when I look at myself, I'm not even married. I don't have kids. I don't have a car. You know, not necessarily everything you see is true. Some of them, the cars they take photos with are not theirs. Some of them, they borrow the cars. Like music videos, we know that the cars are not theirs. So really, how do you expect to start comparing yourself with a musician? Or for example, the way we have nowadays fake designer things. There are so many fake things out here. We have fake bags, fake belts, and that's not necessarily bad. If you enjoy carrying those fake things, but that's fine. But what you do is you go home and start beating yourself, you start comparing yourself with that leather handbag you bought for Kikomba, and you're like, hey, I saw my friend with designer things. We are all meant to have different journeys. We are not meant to be the same. And this is what I keep on telling young people. I'm so lucky that as I was developing and as I left campus looking for a job, we didn't have social media because I think it was much easier for us. For example, for us, when we graduated and we left campus, we all each went our way. So we never knew who did what, who was doing what. So what you guys call it, stick to your lane. It's what naturally happened to us during those days. So there was nothing to compare myself with. We didn't know whether you're married, baby shower, bridal shower. We didn't know unless we bump into you on the road. So it reduced the pressure. So the same way, don't let social media put so much pressure in your life that you stop appreciating what you have and start comparing yourself with what is out there. Which sometimes half of what you're comparing yourself with is not necessarily true. So I feel like that's another bad of social media. And I think the youth need to be very aware of it and be able to know how to sift what to affect them or not. So there's this thing about people posting their relationship on social media, or a picture with a bae, or like I would call it your partner. And young people are feeling the pressure to be in relationships. It's very simple. Enjoy the season you're in. If you're in a single season, if you're in a situationship, I'm joking. Whatever season you are, please just enjoy the season you are in. Be patient, your time will come. And don't feel the pressure of having also to put your whole relationship on social media. Because that's why it's called a relationship. It's private between two people. You don't have to show us everything. Because the moment you put yourself out there and you put your relationship out there, you're welcoming everyone else into it. So even when you're in a relationship, know what to share and what not to share. Social media is another avenue where you can meet someone. You can meet your future husband, fiance, even just a person you date. You can meet on social media. So as you're putting yourself out there, please try to put yourself in a respectful and tasteful way. We don't need to have every video of you're twerking. You know, there's a way the breasts come all the way here. You know, you don't need to. You know, you can just have a nice picture. You know, once in a while, show someone that, show different aspects of your life. Like there's you, the young person who goes to work or goes to campus, has fun with their friends, go to church. By looking through your profile, I can even know your hobbies. Like you enjoy singing, I like music. So portray yourself in a tasteful way, because you never know. People are everywhere nowadays. The last thing that I've noticed about the bad of social media is when people gang up on a person, or when someone decides, or a group of people decide to, for lack of a, in Swahili you say kuingililia mtu mwingine. You know, like I can remove a post, and because you don't agree with it, please don't gang up and start creating videos to retaliate to that, and now it becomes spiral and everyone else is riding on that wave. Guys, be kind. If you don't agree with something or a video, you can just keep your comments to yourself. If you cannot politely comment and say I don't agree with this because 1, 2, 3, but don't go again and create a video to now hit back to that person who posted that video that you didn't like. So be sensitive to people. Be sensitive to your fellow influencer or your fellow YouTuber, because today is them, tomorrow can be you. So I feel that's another thing which I've seen, and it happens a lot, and it's something that I put my foot down and said I will not be involved in. Where someone posts a video and now I create a video to respond or to hit back, and I'm not even doing it in good faith. So people who create content on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, they are real people, real human beings, and they are allowed the freedom of choice in terms of how they want to live their life, their ideas, their perspective on life, on relationship. So if you don't agree with it, it's fine, you know. So let us ensure that it's a safe space for everyone's ideas, as long as no one is abusing the other or attacking the other. So the ugly on social media from my perspective is when I see a lot of nudity. There's also a lot of violence, especially this I can talk about this to parents, especially for parents with young kids like myself. My son loves watching YouTube, so we have to be very careful what they are watching. Nowadays we have those adverts or whatever comes before the cartoon itself, where it shows them how to harm themselves. There was some even WhatsApp messages going around last week. Parents were warning each other about such kind of things. We also have a lot of drug abuse, games that encourage them to take their own lives. And also a lot of bullying happens on social media, and that can make a child or a young person want to commit suicide or get depressed. I've also seen some sexist things on social media, racism, such extremes, and I think that's the ugly of social media. And because we are not able to fully control what is posted, because we are not the ones who've created the app and all that, I feel like we have a responsibility to be careful. I'd say choose carefully the accounts you're following, what you feast your eyes on. For young children, avoid giving their phone when you're out there, and even when you're there, please be careful, monitor what they're watching, and also minimize it. Like I'd say for myself, I allow Sean maybe YouTube once a week over the weekend on Saturday. I've really reduced it. There's a time I just used to give him the phone because I'm tired, he's disturbing me, I'm just giving him the phone so that it can keep him busy. But now being there for a while, I really understand the dangers of social media, and I'd advise any young person out there, or anyone who wants to get the social media space, it's a good tool if used well. And please, please don't let social media be the only extracurricular thing that you're doing. Like, find a balance. You know, you cannot be on your phone. I keep on telling my kids this. You wake up at 8 o'clock, you're in bed from 8 till midday, flipping through your phone. You're not answering any emails, you're not talking to anyone, you're just 4 hours flipping through social media. Really, you can do something constructive. You can wake up, go for a walk, come back, cook yourself a healthy breakfast. Find something else. Find the balance, and that way then you'll be able to spend less time, and also because you know you don't have much time, you focus on only the positive things. But if I have 10 hours on social media, the first 3 hours I focus on good things. After that I get bored, I start scrolling to things that are not even what I wanted to look at, and once my eyes are seen, and that's it. So I'd say social media, balance yourself, limit yourself. Also, social media can also be used as a platform for business, you know. Instead of just consuming what is on social media, you can also create things. You can create content, like you can have a shop on social media where you're selling your stuff. If you like makeup, you can create looks, show people, because also it has a very wide variety of consumers. In terms of your photography skills, you can portray that. So you can actually make money to social media if only you're smart. So there are actually very, very many positives of social media. And like we say, everything with a positive has a negative. So it's up to you to find the balance and be careful with it. So thank you for watching, guys. And I hope whatever I've said has been educative. Let me know if you agree with what I've said, if you don't, or if you have any other views or things you've observed on social media that you can share with me. I'm open to listening. So bye-bye and see you on social media.